Eric, live from the Toronto Star.
I'm Peter Maddox from the Canadian Propane Association.
I'm Gary Froese from Primax Energy.
And we're here on this very cold winter day to check out a propane vehicle. Okay, Gary, what's been done to convert this vehicle to propane?
Well, it's been taken to an authorized garage, and they've just done underhood work here. A vaporizer, which takes the liquid propane and puts it into vapor. There's a computer over here that takes all its direction from the OEM computer or the original manufacturer's computer. And then there's injectors that inject the propane right into the intake of the engine. It's not that an invasive system as it used to be back in the 80s. It's very clean.
And this is all fuel injection?
This is vapor fuel injection, yes it is.
And how much is a conversion?
They're generally around the $5,000 mark.
And we'll go around back and we'll have a look at the tanks?
Yes.
Okay, Gary, we've got 2 propane tanks here. And what's the capacity?
144 liters.
And what's the range on that?
Between 800 and 900 kilometers.
Now, if you wanted, you could also get an additional tank underneath?
Yes, there's options for underslung tanks as well, and in cars there's options for in the trunk.
Okay, and the filler?
The filler is right here on the bumper. It's got a dust cap, and the filling is quite easy.
And in Ontario, it's all full service anyway?
Yes, at gas stations it's all full service.
Okay, Gary, now in addition to the propane system, we still have the full gasoline system on this vehicle.
Yes, all these systems are dual fuel, so they run on either gasoline or propane.
And you can switch back and forth?
You can switch back and forth. It'll start automatically on gasoline and then switch to propane.
So, since we have both systems, we've essentially doubled our range?
Yes, we have.
Okay, and can you show us how that works?
Yep. So the green light there signifies that it's looking for propane. The orange light on the right-hand side is the gasoline, and the lights across the top are the fuel gauge for propane.
Now, since it's always starting on gasoline, so your cold weather starting isn't affected?
No, it isn't. So it is now switched to propane. It's got a solid green light on the left-hand side.
And you don't have to wait. You can just drive right away and it'll switch over by itself.
It'll switch over in motion. You can be on an on-ramp going onto the 401 and it'll automatically switch.
Now, when the propane system runs out, it's going to automatically switch back?
It'll automatically switch.
And again, you're not going to notice?
No, you're not. And I can manually switch it to gasoline. So there's the orange light on, and with a push of the button, I can switch it back to propane.
And there's not even a
no hesitation.
Yeah. Okay, so we've started on gas here, Gary?
Yep. Normal procedure is that you'll start on gas, and then as soon as it reaches temperature, it'll switch to propane automatically. You shouldn't notice any difference in the vehicle's performance. Power is within 1% of gasoline.
It's actually switched over already, and I didn't feel a thing.
Yep.
Okay, we're on gasoline. We're punching it. We're keeping it within the limit, but we're going at a pretty good clip, Gary.
Yep.
Alright, now I'm going to slow it down, give it a hit. We switched over to propane.
Yeah, the green light should be showing, and when you punch it now, you shouldn't feel any difference in power.
It goes.
And the great thing about when you're punching it and you're going on propane is that you're producing about 22% less greenhouse gases and 50% less toxins.
Okay, now propane is all full stir, but Gary's actually licensed, so Gary's going to hook it up for us.
So I just removed the dust cap and screw the filler nozzle on, just hand tight. There's a flat washer there that will make a good seal. And I just squeeze the nozzle, and the liters are counting just like they would on gasoline. And the truck, all tanks now are equipped with an auto stop, so I will feel when the vehicle is filled to 80%. And there it is, auto stop. I release, a small amount comes out, and then I just disconnect. Put the dust cap back on and hang up the hose.
Okay, Gary, we filled up at 60.9 per liter. What's the average price for propane in Ontario?
The average right now would be somewhere between 60 and 65 cents a liter.
Okay, and Peter, how many stations do we have in the GTA area?
There's around 35 in the GTA.
And how about Ontario?
Around about 250.
Okay, and what's the payback for someone who $5,000 conversion? How long is it going to take for them to get that money back?
Typically, if somebody's driving a mid to full-size vehicle and they're doing somewhere between 40 and 50,000 kilometers, they can see a payback of that initial investment inside 12 months.
Okay, and are there any other expenses involved?
There's a 5-year inspection that is required to be done by a conversion center, and that's roughly about $80.
Okay, but in the end, you're paying about half the cost for fuel.
Yeah, around 50% to the cost of gasoline.
And your oil burns cleaner too.
Yep, you've got longer life on your oil.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
I'm Eric Lai for the Toronto Star.